fresh journey brings on a whole new level of confidence. So visit Embrace
Yeah, fuck the Yoni shit.
I got my...
I want to see this fucking goofy ass bitch. I never seen this shit before. It's my first time. We're gonna be deconstructing this shit on my podcast, so I gotta watch this shit.
Exactly at 8 p.m. I don't want no winos getting PO'd at me, okay? Now, please do not forget to support our sponsors, okay? Your Pangea Wash, you'll have your stuff, it's all organic, it's vegan, got rose extract, some vanilla, some everything in there, okay? So when your partner eats it, it's a pleasant and delicious experience, okay? Make sure you get your olive leaf. It's antiviral. That's all I need to say. I ain't had nothing, okay? I've been taking it 3 years religiously. Nothing. And also, you know, your pleasure toys. Don't forget, okay? And your partner ain't.
Bitch. What the fuck is you talking about? Okay.
Hold through somebody. All I know is we was playing jacks on the step. I heard a man running, screaming, "No, no!" And he jumped over our head. He took off running. He ain't making but 50 paces, and then I seen the hole go through, and then I felt the smoke and the gunpowder fall on my head. I was 3 years old. First time I seen a man's guts all over the concrete where we played jacks and hopscotch.
So basically, this bitch just used all my content.
Until a few months ago, Jaguar Wright was fairly an obscure name. Despite releasing 2 albums and working alongside artists such as Al Green, The Roots, and Blackalicious, the New Jersey-born singer had never really made it mainstream. That has recently changed, but before we dive into the present, let's take a look at her past.
This bitch really tried to level up on me.
Suzette Wright in New Jersey. She began her music career as a neo-soul and R&B artist, and in 1998 was introduced to The Roots. While this didn't lead to
I wasn't introduced to the fucking Roots.
It did lead her to become
I knew them niggas.
For Jay-Z, as well as appearing in a Coca-Cola commercial as a part of their new soul ad campaign. She released her debut album in 2002, which did not gain any success. Afterwards, she served as
fuck you talking about, bitch? I sold 500,000 copies.
Her 18-year career and collaborating with various artists. But you likely haven't heard the name Jaguar Wright because of her music career. Her real claim to fame has been her recent online feuds, accusations, and rants against fellow artists.
This woman was so aggressive with me that if I
described how
she treated me in 2020, they'd be like, "Oh, she sexually harassed you."
2020 has been a rough one for everyone, but it seems to have taken a toll on Wright. Her Instagram bio reads, "I am. That's all. Many questions will be answered this year. My goal is to become the queen of transparency. Stay tuned. Writes Jaguar Wright."
You know, I'm going to say it right now, because I think part of the reason why I had that nervous breakdown is because I've been carrying 20 years of lies for someone else's benefit and not for my own.
Wright started off going off on a barrage of musicians this summer. The tirade apparently triggered by the death of Malik B from The Roots. Since then, she has made a series of videos where she goes after Erykah Badu, Mary J. Blige, Jill Scott, Tiffany Haddish, who she eventually apologized to, and Common, to name a few. Allegations range from sexual abuse to betrayal to family drama, and it appears as if no one is safe from Wright's wrath. All of her outbursts have raised some questions, with many of her fans questioning her mental health and stability.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
And you better speak correct. Do not play me like that.
While many believe that there may be some truth to what she is saying, they also think that the way she is going about delivering her message is an indication of a mental health crisis. However, This is not the first time Jaguar Wright has made the news for controversy. In 2016, she was arrested and charged with child abduction of her youngest child, and she has a history of unstable relationships. Additionally, there may be
some
fans' concerns about her mental health, as her son Giovanni was murdered in a hotel parking lot in 2018. And losing a child takes a serious mental and emotional toll on anyone. Whether Jaguar's rants are healing truth sessions or just typical entertainment drama, one thing is for certain: she's gotten lots of attention on social media. And with that being said, I've taken the time to interview some of her relatives to have a better understanding of her dilemma. Grab your wine, Did you meet her?
This
when
some
she was
bullshit.
Jaguar, Wright, or did you meet her when she was Jacqueline? Right.
My ex, Jackie. How do we meet? She came into a location where I worked at the time.
Polo Ralph Lauren, Broad and Walnut Street.
Okay.
He wasn't my ex-boyfriend. I was still with Kilo.
What year was this, if you don't mind me asking?
1999, bitch.
99.
Oh, wow.
1999, I would say.
Okay.
And
I never seen this, so y'all getting my honest reaction.
That afternoon with the item that she was able to get for her ex-boyfriend, and she said, "Well, guys, okay, no problem." So what happened? She caught him in another situation with a woman at her place. As such, they got into an argument. They broke up.
That's not what the fuck happened.
Afterwards, on a date.
It's a lying motherfucker.
Go out. So she gave me the location to the studio, 421 North 7th Street in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Larry Gold's
And I met her
bitch.
there after I work, after work, and she hadn't put out any music or anything like that.
Yes, I had.
She said she just finished a studio recording, and she wanted to go get drinks and shoot a little pool. And I said, okay, fine, no problem. At the time, I never played pool before, except maybe once when I was 10 years old over my uncle's house in Virginia. And we shot pool. She beat the death out of me. And that's how we started. I don't like losing in anything that I do. So I taught myself, alongside a few other people too, but I taught myself how to play. Every day on my lunch break, I would practice so that I can get better, so that I can win. So that's what I did. And joined the team. Eventually, there's a league that's called the APA.
Jesus,
and,
this
They have
motherfucker.
handicaps, which is a ranking from 2 being terrible to 7.
Reg, I see why you was saying what you was saying. Yo, Reggie Blaze, you was right. This nigga's fucking tripping.
At a 4. So I got beat bad, and I dropped to a 2. And through training, through my team and camaraderie.
How
and
fucking long
practice,
is this clown ass
every day on
nigga
my
gonna
lunch
talk
break,
about poo?
I got better. And I got to the point where she could never beat me. And
What?
my highest ranking is a 7. Built my own teams between Philadelphia, Chicago,
Jesus.
New York, and
Jesus.
expiring. Her lease was about to expire. And she said we should get a place together.
Hold on, wait, what the fuck did he say?
And then we had, multiple dates thereafter.
No. What the fuck we talking
The
about?
impression of her, like when you saw her, and then she asked you out.
I'm sorry.
Were you like feeling her?
Well, she was a beautiful woman,
Okay.
in my eyes. Didn't know anything about the singing part, but she seemed like she had a good spirit.
Okay.
And I didn't have a problem with her at all. I thought she was, pretty cool to be around. She was funny. And, I thought it was a good first date. And then we had, multiple dates thereafter.
Nigga, I fell asleep on you while you was inside of me. I guess that was a good day for you. I don't fucking know. This nigga's whack.
Broad in, so in South Philly. And she had a place somewhere else, actually still on 4th Street where she lived. My lease was expiring. Her lease was about to expire.
It wasn't my lease. I was living with Joe,
She
bitch.
said we should get a place together.
And you stole his fucking car, and then I had to go find us a place. You a fucking liar.
A little fast.
Where the fuck are you, Armand? He's a freaking liar. He's a freaking liar.
It was about 3 months in.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You're good.
It's about 3 months in. And he said we should do it. I said, all right. So I will say she was the first woman that went out of her way to build a home for the two of us, or for me. So when I say that, I mean like she.
Well, you was always moving in with bitches before me. You never really had a stake in anything.
Terrible. She physically went out and bought tile from Home Depot, bought carpet with the little bit of money she was making at the time, and laid tile, laid carpet.
I didn't lay the carpet, bitch.
Just so we can have.
I had the carpet people come and lay the shit.
Together.
I laid the tile.
And I thought that was something that it was a good feature to be able to have that kind of experience from
a good feature.
From someone, from
like I'm a motherfucking car.
I've had a girlfriend beforehand who was
Hey,
great,
Javon, I'm watching this bullshit.
but never had an experience where someone wanted to create a home for the two of us at that point in time in my life. We were both young.
Well, you was living out of her daddy apartment.
I was 23,
bitch.
1999, so I was 23 at the time, and that would have made her 22. So, yeah. So we did that for a while, but then she said, "Oh, you know what? We should get married." I'm like,
I didn't want to fucking get married.
Still kind of soon. We just moved in together. So yeah, but we living in sin. You know, my father's a minister. You know, your father's a minister. Your mom's a minister. You know, we shouldn't be living in sin. I said, all right, Jackie. I said, if you want to get married, we'll get married. But I want to have a regular wedding. I don't want to have something willy-nilly. Yeah, but, that's going to take too long. We should get married and elope. Like, Jackie, I don't want to go through that elope.
You's a lying motherfucker, and you believe this shit, ho. I'm looking at you. You believe these lies you telling.
Do it. Only if my father will agree.
I tried to break up with you 3-4 fucking times.
Be there, I'll do it.
Oh my God. And your dick wasn't even working when we got married. Your dick was fucking on a lean. Like, nigga, we had used the oh my God, Viagra. The nigga was 23 on Viagra. Jesus.
And the rest is history as far as the marriage was concerned.
Did your mom come?
My mom did not come.
Thank God, that crazy bitch.
My mom would have made a scene.
Why didn't she like Jackie at the time? Jaguar.
My mom saw something in Jackie that I didn't see. And
I want to hear this shit. Fuck that bitch see.
A
fucking paranoid schizophrenic.
Not the person.
She sees all kinds of shit.
She had someone else from when I was much younger that she thought that I should be with.
That bitch thought a lot of crazy shit.
Based off of what
she thought Jim Jones was brilliant and she was mad she ain't drink the Kool-Aid till everybody died.
No, it's okay. Yeah. I mean, we made the steps in the beginning. Everyone knows, Jackie Jaguar. So
based off of what I saw in the beginning, I thought, I can make this work. And so, we didn't bring my mom.
Oh, Jesus.
My father did disclose to my mom, and she was highly upset.
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck is this shit?
And, but she learned to live with it.
Okay, alright. What the fuck? I ain't like that bitch either.
And so...
Crazy asshole
9 months in, how long until it gets bad? Like after...
After marriage?
After you got married.
Almost immediately.
Yes! You telling the truth.
Like a trigger went off that, it's like, all right, he's locked down now. So
nigga, I didn't get no fuck about you bitch. I didn't even have sex on my wedding night. I shot pool on my wedding night because your dick couldn't work. I gotta go to the strip club and see if I can be aroused. Oh, nigga, fuck out of here. I should have fucked that nigga on the night. I could have got me some on my wedding night too, just not to fuck with you.
That's what you're trying to present to your niche of people. That's one thing. How you articulate a conversation with me as your mate, as someone you should be able to respect, as someone you should care about and love.
You're not a respectable kind of nigga.
And
you're a fucking liar.
the whole persona changed after.
What fucking persona? I'm just me, bitch.
After we made the decision to get married, it went almost downhill immediately.
How did it make you feel when you saw like the switch? Like what was going on in your head? Like my mom was right, or
yeah that definitely that. But when you marry someone for better or for worse, and you try and find ways to work through.
Nigga, you was the worst of the worst.
If I did something wrong, I want to understand the why behind it, because you can't move forward.
You did do something wrong. All you did was fucking lie, bitch.
Be able to grow together as a team.
Oh Jesus, can we get the
why. Your audience, right? I'm someone that made a decision to spend a life with you. So if we can't work through this, and I would, after a while, just go out and leave, go shoot pool, because pool became
go to the sex
passion.
club, fuck a bitch, maybe get fucked in the ass by some random football player.
To be able to try and
fuck out of here.
Away the negativity that was happening at home. So
all that sex on the 7th floor of the Bellevue, in the bathrooms up there with all them gay men. You fucking faggot.
It got bad when
Jesus, man.
It really started to go downhill after she left to go on the road, which was almost directly after we got married.
Was she with the Roots at this time?
She was.
Okay.
So the Roots had signed her.
Okay, player tour.
I believe it was like a pre-production deal until she can get her own deal through MCA. So she went out on.
Nigga, I was signed to the Roots on Motive.
Opportunity to
fuck you talking about, bitch.
Visit multiple cities and gain exposure through their fan base, through their network.
Oh, you just up here saying what Tariq and Amir told you to say? I got that part.
As an artist. So,
how'd you feel about her going on the road?
I was fine with that.
You were okay with that? So you fully support
her? Yeah, because you can fuck bitches.
Fully supported her.
And fuck niggas. And be your bisexual ass.
I was invested because I was invested.
Nigga love himself.
Okay. So, whatever you need to do to be able to do what it takes to be able to grow your craft.
Are you talking about, nigga? Like,
of his own, when it's time. So, social media, I block that out, kind of. Okay. There are times I do have an Instagram account, and I do have a Facebook account.
Yeah, they're private, so you can't really access anything. So that's why I said you almost have no presence.
Yeah. Why the fuck they private?
So, what I'll do, if you're a friend of mine, on Instagram, I post pictures when there's a special moment.
A friend of yours like Tina Ferris?
So, if my son just graduated from high school.
You fucker!
That's on my Instagram page.
I know what y'all doing.
If I take her mother out for Thanksgiving dinner, which I did.
So you're still very close with Jaguar's family. You're just not close with Jaguar.
I don't need to be close with her. The only thing that ties us together is our child, our son.
How unfortunate.
Our son.
Yes.
Who's a man at 18 years old.
Okay.
So at this stage, it's really about what does her relationship look like with our son. Those are the questions she should be asking, and not how I can be deterring that. Yeah. I have said to her, and I've said to him, that, son, you get one mother. No matter how I feel about your mother, that's your mother. And the reality is, you should have a relationship with your mother. And if you feel as though you feel uncomfortable,
see all that lying,
about how your mother
maybe that's why his heart fucking gave the fuck out on him. And he had to, maybe that's why he had to do the,
I don't care if you talk about dad.
They had to bust his fucking chest open and unclog the arteries in his heart.
But you should still have some kind of relationship with your mother.
Okay.
I'm not here to deter you, stop you. That's that. I don't have anything negative to say about Jackie.
She did make a video when she kind of got wind. I don't know where she got it from, that I was going to be talking to you because I didn't say anything.
Bitch, I gave you his number.
So, she said that my ex-husband will never talk to you because he will be facing all sorts of charges and incriminating himself. So many that I can't name. And so he will go to jail if he talks to you.
Sam Odom's thirsty ass just opened you up for everything. I'm coming for my money, Chicago. I can't get my time back, but you won't pay me for my time. And maybe y'all will finally start pressing charges against Samuel Odom. Because if he has this much time to take court documents...
This bitch just sits around and fucking jocks my goddamn
and
concert.
Philadelphia, which threw all of his cases out. Philadelphia threw all of his cases out, by the way. He lost in Philly and he lost in Jersey big, which is why he doubled down in Chicago. So, please, get him to perjure himself. Get him to lie.
Okay. Alright. What the fuck you guys say?
Comments that she says, people can investigate it, talk about it. Once they're finished their investigations, they usually find her allegations unfounded.
All the time.
All the time.
Yes, all the time.
So the reality is, if
Okay,
she has
is this it? Is this it? Who's the next liar on deck? You slept with Tyler? Who the fuck is Tyler? Who the fuck is... What?
April 7th, and the time the Roots go on the road. The very first night you go on the road.
Oh, Talib.
I'm calling to check you to see how your show was. I can't get you. So, think nothing of it. Go to sleep. Wake up the next morning with a phone call from someone on, from the Roots camp.
Tina the cunt!
For her, because they're ready to leave. Everyone's on the tour bus. She's not on the tour bus.
And it wasn't the
they
first
don't
night, it
leave
was
her.
the second.
Have I spoken to her?
Was Talib open tour us?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone was on the tour bus but her. They can't find her. So she's not in her room. They don't know where she is. And I said, well, listen, you guys I think you're in Boston. I have no idea where she is. She's not here with me in Philly. So I don't know what to say. I'm sure she'll turn up at some point. Later, I find out that from Jackie, that she, not from anyone else, that she fell asleep. She said in Talib's room they were smoking weed and they fell asleep. And I said, okay,
after we fucked.
that's what you did. When you tell me something, your word is bond. Unless I find one of
I ain't
you
lie.
to be otherwise.
Okay.
So
We
if I say I'm gonna do
smoke.
something,
And we
I
fucked.
do it.
And I went
I
to
told you
sleep.
when I come here, I mean what I say. When I say something, that's just it. So when you tell me something, I expect the same respect.
Right.
And this
Oh,
was
fucking
so
emotional
yes,
little
one.
bitch.
That's
Shit.
true. Later,
That's what she
I
told me.
find out from her
And that's what she told me.
that, she tells me that she slept with Talib.
Yeah, I told you.
But I'm like, what do you mean you slept with Talib?
What? She's on tour telling you this? Over
She's
the
on
phone?
tour telling me this on the phone. Saying I slept with Talib.
Oh, nigga, I was fucking 22,
time.
23.
What did you hope to accomplish?
Who
by
ain't
telling me
trifling
you
at
slept with
22
Talib?
and 23?
And she said, well, I didn't want to be out here living a lie. And I just wanted to let you know this is what I did.
Yeah.
I said, okay. So we just got married.
Yeah.
And you're telling me.
We hadn't had sex in 6 months, bitch. You gonna begrudge me a little bit of dick?
And you slept with
Goddamn.
I said,
I'm a married woman trying to be fucking monogamous. You can't fuck me. And you gonna begrudge me a little bit of penis? Fucking selfish bastard.
Down the line. So,
Fuck out of here.
I'm vexed at that point.
You're vexed.
We hang
I
up
was
the phone.
fucking vexed too. Your
I'm at
non
work.
being able to fucking get your
And,
dick up ass.
I tell my boss, I said, listen, I need some time to deal with some things. Can I take a vacation? And he says, well, Sam, we really need you because, you're, basically I'm producing. And I said, listen, it's either I quit or I take some time. So you give me a choice. And he said, well, take the time you need. So I took a week's vacation.
Yo, you mean Dan, your gay lover, manager?
Didn't tell Jackie.
Fucking
I
asshole.
just went, and I paid for it in my pocket a flight.
Nigga, you used a business account. My account, my money.
Is this where she was at the time?
That's where they were on their way to.
Oh.
The House of Blues. And so I fly there, I land, and I take a cab in to House of Blues. I walk up.
Nigga, just get to it.
Then I'm Jaguar Wright's husband. I'm here for the show. They didn't ask me any questions. They said, "Oh yeah."
He's a fucking stalker. He used to stalk me when I was with Little X
My name
too.
wasn't on the list.
He would show up unannounced and shit. He's supposed to be in Philly, and he come all the way to fucking Manhattan in the middle of the night. I'm sitting there with fucking Lil X and shit, and he's like, "What are you doing? You're breaking my heart." Fucking weirdo.
Ever had any conversations like you and Talia before?
I should have cheated on him more. I
So I
really
get
should
there,
have.
and I see Tariq. Gave him a pound. So what's up? Didn't see Talib at first. I do see him, and I asked him, could I have a conversation with him? And he said, sure, no problem. So I said, I don't want to be around a whole bunch of other people. I'm sure my presence here is alarming as it is, since I didn't notify anybody.
Two fucking
I said, but
bitches
you have a second.
going back and forth with each other.
So we went to the back
Jesus.
stairwell area, and I just told him,
I had
listen,
such
I'm not
bad taste in
here
men at that
for
time
drama.
in my life.
Not here for any beef. I'm here to work on my
I
marriage.
picked all the wrong shit.
And I just need to know because
I got
know
better
when it
though,
first happened.
I think.
And he told me it happened the first night.
So she had lied about it.
Correct.
I lied about
So I was
what?
upset at that point. I said, but I appreciate your honesty. Thank you very much. I didn't say I was upset at him. I said, I appreciate your honesty. I thank you for it. And he rolled out. I then asked Jackie to pull her aside. And I asked her, I said, so when did it first happen? Oh, it happened when I told you. I said, you effing lied. I mean, I can look at you. You can look me in my eyes. You can't look me in my eyes and tell me it happened then. It happened the first night. No, it didn't. Okay. Look me in my eyes and tell me it didn't happen
Jesus, man.
when you said it.
This nigga.
She didn't know that you had already spoke with Talia at the
No,
time.
she didn't know. So,
Yeah, I got the filter on because this is some shady ass shit.
was running around, saying Sam's here, Sam's here, Sam's here, and everybody knew what was going on the road between the two of them. Because she was messy, obviously.
I was messy.
You dirt, you need everyone to be in your business about your dirt.
Yeah.
I ain't get no fuck.
She's young. She's 22 years old. 22-year-olds make mistakes. But in this case, it wasn't a mistake for her. It was intentional.
Yeah, it was. I intended to fuck
Intentional
him.
for her to cause drama.
No, it was intentional for me to fuck the
Maybe
shit
not
out of
intentional
him. That's
for
what it
to happen
was.
on the road. But it was intentional to cause drama.
In the year 2000, the OK Player Tour, she propositioned me. That would be the
This
correct
nigga
word.
proposition.
And we had a little relationship. Even though she had a husband. This woman was so aggressive with me. Describe how she treated me. They'd be like, "Oh, she's sexually harassed." I never had no beef with Jaguar. I never thought about this shit. It was just some shit that happened to me over a week in my life when I was in my early 20s. And she told her husband, and it came out on the tour. And I thought it was about to be a problem. And he came at me like a G. And he was like, I'm not here for no beef or no problem.
But he knew what time it was.
Oh, he was like, she told me what happened. We don't gotta like each other. I'm in my marriage. With my back foot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So wait, he knew that his wife had slept with somebody on the tour.
Yeah, you bitch. And I regret
You
it.
know what?
I so regret
I'm
it.
gonna come out here now and try to save my marriage by being out here with her.
Save his motherfucking benefactor.
I was gonna leave my husband and deal with him. And then Tina Ferris from the Roots got jealous. called my ex-husband, told him that Talib had been in my room all night long and that he needed to come and get his wife. My ex-husband took my business card, booked himself a first-class ticket.
Exactly.
Okay.
From Philly to Chicago.
Uh-huh.
Came straight to the House of Blues.
Yep.
Because we were doing an OK Player tour.
Indeed.
If you look at my EPK, you'll see the show. It'll say House of Blues Chicago. And the first thing that I say when I open it up is, yo, I had a really fucked up ass day. And usually that means I'm going to have a great night on stage. I really had a fucked up ass day. My ex-husband showed up. Talib came into my dressing room.
That's a fucking awesome show. I fucking rock that shit.
Oh my God, what's he going to do to me? What is he going to do? I was like, he's a whole fucking bitch. You can punch him in his mouth. Oh my God. Oh my God. Huh?
He was that scared?
Yeah. And I'm like, if you don't fucking just knock that the fuck out and get out of my face, I gotta get ready for the show. He wanna run all over the House of Blues, telling everybody, oh my God, Jack Hudson's gonna kill me. My ex-husband running around looking like Daffy Duck and shit, waddling. Where's Talib? Where's Talib? Like, you won't do anything. I knocked your ass out before I left home. And it was just so disappointing.
Surely did. I ain't had no fucking problem fucking handling up on that bitch.
He's gonna use
Fuck him.
adultery against me. I'm probably gonna have to kick out a little bit of cash, and you ain't man enough to fight. And that was it for me and her. If you can't fight for me, number one, I understand. Well, that's your husband. You wasn't worried about that last night when you was fucking me. Be a man. You want it so bad, go get it.
Was it any good? How was the sex?
Honestly, his best friend Juju was a lot better.
He was.
You came home and told him you cheated on him with Talib Kweli.
Yeah.
You wanted to cause drama between him and Talib Kweli. That didn't go down.
Shut the fuck up, Crystal.
Because you continue to cheat.
So
That's my cousin Crystal. She a fucking
I
goofy
then
fucking
rode the tour bus
bitch.
with them
But you know, I got to
to
forgive her.
Minneapolis. And while we worked on things and talked, Talib.
You mean why I took you shopping and you spent my money?
And I then booked myself a one-way flight. She actually paid for a one-way flight.
First class, ho.
One-way flight for me to fly from Minneapolis back home. She offered to lead the tour, and
That's what I
so we
told
could
you.
work on the marriage.
That's what I told
I
you.
said, you're out here for business. I'm not here to disrupt your business.
It sounded good, didn't it, bitch?
Here to disrupt what the Roots and Amir and everyone had planned based off your business.
You said this to her at 23 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, so you finish your
Wow,
business,
what?
business,
I was paying the rent, bitch.
we'll have some things set up for
Wow.
counseling.
Wow, the what, bitch? This fucking Tasha fucking hoe. I swear to God.
I went to her father and told her that we had some things we needed to work on. Told him that we had some things we needed to work on. And asked if he knew of any good marriage counselors. And her father recommended someone that was a friend of his that she knew from growing up.
Ah, Jesus, this shit.
And so we can start marriage counseling.
Don't you fucking defame Dr. Collins' name. I don't
What
agree
I
with his
found was
advice.
that I was the only one going to marriage counseling.
Jesus.
So it didn't quite work out when you can't have two parties there. I went virtually every week. Now, sometimes she was still on the road. Sometimes she was in different places.
I was always on the road.
But she could have called in.
Right.
And that didn't happen.
Who the fuck want a phone in therapy? Like, fuck out of here. I would have been
And
drunk,
I started to uncover
high, smoking some weed. Yeah, doctor, I'll do that. Like, fuck out of
He had this
here.
relationship with her father. What he did
I'm
mention
doing my
to me
live
was,
reaction of Surviving
her father was in
Tasha
the
K.
military.
I'm watching it for the
And,
first time.
You know,
Since I'm here in my sick bed.
he had, I don't know, I want to say experiments, but they had some things that they did with him. And as a result, he was a little violent from time to time. Not always.
You better watch how you
From time
talk
to
about
time.
my father,
He had
bitch.
a high expectation of Jackie. So, for example, he gave me a situation where if she came home from school and she was proud that she got all A's but had that one B, he would be upset with her. And told me one time he picked her up and put her into a wall. So there was a small little dent in the wall.
Wow.
So what she does is she looks for men to be able to do the same thing or similar to her in terms of abuse for the man. So for me, I'm not an abusive guy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So she would do things like she would get upset and want to hit me now to be able to have me have a reaction to do that to her. So now I have to keep that in the back of my mind as I'm going through this.
What the fuck was you going through?
Kind of situation. I can't. I'm not used to this. I'm not accustomed to this. I wasn't raised this way to ever hit a woman. I don't need to start now.
But you did like it when I choked you.
When was the first time she put hands
Bitch. Oh my God, if y'all could see the way he used to toot his ass up when he would ask me to put butt plugs in him. Oh my God.
The first time.
Like, people keep forgetting this nigga was a client.
Do I have to watch this?
She would try. Yeah, she would try me. A lot. She would try a lot of different things.
Oh God.
You know, she would.
Fuck you talking about, bitch?
She would try and hit me, and then for me to get out of the situation, like I wouldn't even tell her. I would just try and go to the door and leave. Then she'll block the doorway so that I can't leave. I can give you various scenarios. I would have, if I bought a $1,000 cashmere shirt that I wanted, okay, or a $2,000 cashmere shirt I wanted, and she knew I liked the shirt, loved the shirt, she would take red wine and throw it on to ruin the shirt. Or other examples would be,
yeah, I paid for it. I can ruin it if I pay for it. Fuck out of here.
There was one situation where she wanted me to come to this party with her, and I'm not trying to always be around parties and stuff. I mean, at that age, I've seen enough of it from her being on the road and that part of her career. So there was a party that she wanted me to come to off of 7th and Arch in Philly. I can't remember the name of the club. And I told her, listen, I committed to going to a pool match tonight. My team needs me. I can't go. And the pool match was at 29th and Ridge at a bar called the Rusty Nail. Dangerous area at the time. Don't know how it is now. But someone had just got shot the day before. All right. And I get off work. I wasn't driving at the time, so I took the bus up there, get off, and she calls me again and says, I want you to come home right now. I'm like, well, I can't come home right now.
Pause.
I have to wait to shoot pool.
Pause. Now I'm going to tell you how much of a liar this motherfucker is. I'll never forget this night. I'll never forget it. We had been going to therapy after the whole Talib situation. And the doctor said that we needed to have a date night because our schedules were so busy. We needed to have one night, no work, no outside nothing, no pool, no nothing. Date night. And make it special, like do special things. Go out of the way for one another. So, I did that. I took it to heart. I was conscientious. Went to Victoria's Secrets, bought some dope-ass new lingerie. Went down to Chef's Market, bought the best, finest filet mignon cuts that they had. Lobster tail, shrimp. Put together a nice champagne almond tangerine glaze. It was fucking amazing. Wonderful meal. Went to the winery, got some Dom Perignon, went over to the bakery at the corner of 4th, well, like not at the corner, but in the middle of the block, like 4th and Bainbridge. Picked up some chocolate covered strawberries. Oh my God. Went all the way back home to City Avenue, put the place together. Oh shit, forgot the sex wax and the furry handcuffs, and then I didn't get what was it that I forgot? What else did I forget? Candles. So I had to go back down to 20th for Chestnut. Took a cab, went down. Oh my God. Did this whole candle altar. I mean, I made this shit fucking fire for this bitch. He came home after work to change. I'm going to shoot pool. Yeah, but it's our date night. You're not supposed to be. They need me. I'm like, nigga, I made this fucking beautiful shit. I'm sitting here in the fucking lingerie. Like, I'm trying. Motherfucker, I'm trying. Right? I'm trying. This pussy takes the steak, starts hacking at it in chunks, takes the lobster, then takes the salad and puts it on a fucking roll. And said, oh my God, this is so good, it's delicious. I'm going to eat it on the way and I'll see you when I get back. I said, pussy, if you leave, it'll be the worst thing you ever do. If you go out that motherfucking door after all the fuck I done, you'll fucking regret it. I said, I promise you this. If you go out, I'ma fucking go out. And I promise you gonna get home before I do. Okay. I just wanted to set the reference because I think this is where the fuck this pussy going. So I wanted to tell you. And oh, and by the way, I did get home after he did that night. I was with Jason. I ain't gonna lie. Pussy fucking leave me in fucking lingerie with steak and fucking lobster. You gonna hack my shit up? Fuck you, bitch.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna argue with you anymore. I'm not coming. I'll be there when I get there. So, hang up. I shoot pool last. And based off my handicap at the time, my team needed me to be there. I can explain the whole thing, but it's not really necessary.
Jesus.
But I had to be there. So I get home. She's not there.
Nope.
So I try and wait up for her.
I fucking told you if you left.
And sit up in the bed and turn on TV. She gets home, takes the lampshade off because I left the light on, and puts it to my neck to burn my neck.
Hold up. Pause.
Okay.
Pause. He fucking lying in a bitch. He lying in a bitch. He's lying. See, what happened was I went to a cheap Indian motel with Jason, Wright, and got my brains fucked out. And we weren't related. We were not related. Honestly, it's a terrible story. I wish he hadn't used that to create a lie. I made Jason wait until the sun was about to come up before he took me home. I wanted our doorman to see me in the daylight get out of this little nigga car. So when I get upstairs, because we lived on I think it was the 11th floor, at the executive house, up City Avenue, 6100 City Avenue. So anyway, I get into the apartment. And he was, where the fuck have you been? I said, I told you, pussy, if you left, you was going to get home before me. Well, what the fuck did you do? I said, I went out with Jason. I fucked the dog shit out of Jason. And he was like, no, you didn't. I don't believe you. I was like, nigga, I just got my brains fucked out. I was like, that nigga is everything. I'm telling you. I just did this. No, the fuck you didn't. Nobody would admit that. So I did some real ignorant ass shit. I took my clothes off and I got on the couch and I spread my legs and I said, why don't you go check and see for yourself? Because that nigga dick way bigger than yours. And he started crying and he started breaking down and all of that shit. Now, I did burn him with the lamp. That I did do. The light bulb. Completely different situation. It was a dominatrix session that just went a little bit too extreme. But he asked for it. I just gave him the full weight. I used to take hot little light bulb and put it right under his taint. Just for a couple of seconds, Like I was a dominatrix. Fuck. Used to tie his ass up, do all kinds of shit to him. And he loved it. So yeah. He just sitting here mixing shit up, trying to make it look good.
Oh.
I don't know why he choose that
I
shit.
had a black mark on my neck from the wall.
Yes, you do, and you loved
because
it.
I left the light on because I fell asleep at night.
Uh-huh.
You want to run all over the house of blues. news, telling everybody, oh my God, Jack Husband's gonna kill me. My ex-husband running around looking like Daffy Duck and shit, wobbling. Where's Talib? Where's Talib? Like you won't do anything. God knocked your ass out before I left home.
That's an example of stuff I had to deal with.
You had to deal with Jesus.
For her then to tell me, because I didn't come home, she went out and was intimate with someone else.
I did.
So that's the kind of stuff that
And I loved it. It was amazing. I wish he wasn't dead.
Of course, you guys
He
been
killed
married
himself
for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
after I
When
had
did baby
Sam.
number one come?
So right around then, that's when
Shit was
done.
fucked
When that
up.
situation occurred. That's
Shit was fucked
The
up.
label to your neck. Okay.
And after she told me she was intimate with someone else, did what she could to prove that
Yeah,
she's
he weaker than Will
with someone
Smith.
else, and I won't go into the details of that. That's when I was done, and I decided I was going to do the divorce right then and there.
So this was like 2 years into your marriage?
This is about a year
Okay.
into the marriage.
Okay.
I was ready to be done at that point. And she then told me she was pregnant. So I said,
Oh!
crap, like,
Are you fucking
I
serious?
want to divorce you, but
I thought Lloyd Brooks was my baby father. Because I had just got finished fucking the dog shit out of Lloyd Brooks all fucking summer long. I did not want this to be your child. I wish it was Lloyd Brooks' child. And you remember because you was fucking mad my whole fucking pregnancy. You treated me like shit, bitch. And I was praying, please let it be Lloyd's baby. Please let it be Lloyd's baby. And it was your baby. Nigga.
DNA test.
Fuck out of here.
He was my son and he was mine. So
There was no paternity test. We looked at his feet, and the both of us knew, because don't nobody got those eagle climbing talon toes than y'all.
Because I found out there was a possibility that he may have been someone else's.
Lloyd Brooks.
And I still decided to stay because I wanted to see for myself.
And Lloyd Brooks did not disappoint.
And then coming up,
Lloyd Brooks was something else, boy.
It's like a good mixture of myself and Jackie. So I never questioned it. But I did stay in it as long as I did. I still stayed married as long as I did because of my son. Excuse me. We split up in 2008. So we stayed together for 7 years.
Too fucking long.
7 years of my life. It was probably the toughest time of my life. But, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Did she ever act out in front of your kids?
Yeah. So there was Giovanni. I came
Tread
into
lightly,
Giovanni's
bitch.
life when he was 6. His biological father had never been in the picture. And then there was Deuce. Deuce, his name is Sam as well, but I call him Deuce. So she would act up in front of them as well. Because of her behavior, I never adopted Giovanni. In hindsight,
You never adopted Giovanni because you didn't want to, bitch.
I was gonna say, like,
the biggest regret I have is the fact that I didn't adopt him, because I would have had more legal say in regards to his upbringing. And
Didn't stop you from claiming him on your taxes, though, bitch.
which would have deterred and altered his death. So,
Oh, wow.
had
You
I
taking a whole lot of
adopted him,
responsibility for
I
shit.
could have made a difference. And
Yeah, okay. All right.
I allowed her
Yeah, you allowed me with my own child.
off your behaviors to not have a relationship with him, or he has chosen now to not have a relationship with you. That's got to be hard, and you have to point
Okay.
your behavior.
How much of this shit is him? The fuck is this shit? All right. About fucking time.
But when it suited her, she would say things that is untrue about the kids. For example, Deuce being autistic. It's not autistic at all. The boy does well. Straight A's, 1B, perfectly fine. Wants to be a video
Sam!
designer. He's into game art. That's his
Sam!
You know, how do you
Sam!
move past that?
Come here. Come here.
And you have one living child left and you choose
Yeah, watch this.
based off your behaviors.
This is the surviving Jaguar thing.
He
The Tasha K thing.
not have a relationship with you. That's got to be hard, and you have to point your behavior at someone. Who's the easiest person and target?
Was she ever violent towards her kids as well?
No.
Okay. All right. That's
Not towards the kids.
okay.
But when it suited her, she would say things that is untrue about the kids. For example, Deuce being autistic. It's not autistic at all. The boy does well. Straight A's, 1B, perfectly fine. Wants to be a video game designer. He's into game art. That's his passion.
Now you have a child.
I have a son. He's 18. He's a man.
Who's raising him now?
Nobody's raising him. He's 18. He's a man. He is being held hostage by a dad.
Like, 18-year-olds, they still need a little support, you know?
Actually, my son is autistic.
Oh.
He needs all kinds of support. It's funny, he's being held hostage.
By who?
Not getting any. By his father and his grandma.
Sam Odom Jr. I'm nervous about talking
Sam.
to you. You know why? This is the first time. This is the first time I've ever had to interview someone as young as you.
Wait a second.
So you're the youngest person I've ever spoken to on my show.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine.
I just wanted to unpack this, and I wanted to watch this, and I wanted you to see it for yourself. I just want us to see it and get it over with and get it done.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have any natural reaction, that's fine. If you have anything that you want to say, that's fine. I can pause it and I just we're unpacking this, okay?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm live on Instagram. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh, this is a bit of a mess. I was literally about to fall asleep in my chair.
Okay.
Before you called.
And
You overworking it?
We're interviewing you about your mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just have to ask a few questions, okay? So how old are you?
Okay.
How old are you?
I am 18 years old right now.
Okay. Are you being paid to do this interview?
Nope.
Are you being coerced? Is someone forcing you to talk to me?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Chose to do this on my own free will.
Okay, and yeah, so I have your permission to ask you some questions about the relationship that you have with your mother, who is known as Jaguar, right? But who goes by, her legal name is Jacqueline, right?
Yeah.
How are you doing today, Sam?
Well, I'm doing perfectly fine as a person who has just wrapped up all of his college finals for this semester. Doing pretty good.
Amazing. How are your grades in school?
Very well. I'm an academic. I am one of the best academic students you could find. And as an example, not only did I get a plaque for academic achievement in my senior year of high school, but I also perform well on the school level and just like being in school, period.
Okay. Well, congratulations. I love to see my black man out here doing well. Now, I don't want to know where you're going to school because I don't want people like trying to track you down. There's some crazy people out here, believe it or not. Okay. But
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Well, for a major, I want to be a major in game design.
Wow. I was gonna say, you kind of give me the whiz kid like vibes, like you like the computer and the games.
Everybody
and stuff.
saying hey Sam on Instagram,
Oh,
babe.
believe me.
Thanks,
Like,
everyone.
if you ask anyone else I know, like, if I'm going to make a video about myself, and this is kind of me being a bit rough on myself, but roughly, I could kind of treat gaming or video games as kind of a second parent to me.
Wow. So you're that like just just kind of immersed into the video game world.
Yeah, so much so that I could say that I practically learned more stuff about real life through games than I have in general.
Okay.
Pause.
Okay.
Pause. Sam, what did you go to college for?
In college, the only thing that was there at that community college that I was studying for, if anything, was trying to remember what it was. I think in my
You don't remember what you went to school for?
in my freshman year,
In your sophomore year, the year that you flunked out at Westchester.
The one that I had to choose was for graphic design. Although initially it was a basic curriculum.
Did your dad try to ever get you into any kind of gaming programs or anything? Like, I just don't understand why you going to art school wasn't the number one thing.
He didn't. As a matter of fact, I think during my freshman years, one of the we had actually got one of the choices of a college to go to was one that was in New York that was more art focused.
Wait a minute, I thought you were supposed to be going to Full Sail.
Yeah, but then the pandemic hit and it was looking like it's going to be too much money, so I had to choose a college that was within the state.
So rather than getting a loan so you can go to the school that you wanted to go to, you had to go to a school that was cheaper for something that you didn't want. Okay, all right.
Yes.
I'm just checking. Okay. Oh, and babe, do you remember the first time someone at school, like a teacher, said that you were autistic? It was at Kearney, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Like 5th grade or 4th grade?
5th and 4th grade.
Because they wanted to have you tested and you were still going to carry your therapist at the time.
Yes.
For the anxiety.
That long ago.
Yeah.
So,
but they wanted to have you tested for autism back then.
All the way back then.
Do you feel like you might be autistic?
I never considered it before, but here I definitely do. I mean, I'm looking at myself here, and whether it's due to my introverted nature or simply trying to get thoughts out about what I'm being asked, there's no way I can consider myself as not autistic.
You know what you should do? After we finish watching this, you should just go in the room and see if they have like one of those pop-up like internet quizzes for like Asperger's autism and just see what it says.
Okay.
I'm curious to see what it says. Okay, anyway. All right, back to this.
So you're going to be designing get like your own games, or do you want to just work for a company and help them to create games?
I wouldn't mind working for another company, providing them with my ideas. But if I can work by myself, get like a group of people to work on some of the things that we could do, I'd like that.
Okay. You know what's so funny is like when I see your mother online and I see you and your dad, it is like the opposite, like ends of the world. You are just so bright and like extremely intelligent, like, you know, and I'm just, have you seen some of the things that your mom, Jaguar, has said about you online?
I have not caught wind of any of this stuff. I've heard some of the things from my father, but just to fully ensure I know what's going on, can you please inform me?
Okay, so I want to play a video for you real quick, okay? I'm going to play a voice note.
Okay.
And because I don't want to put any words in her mouth, I want you to hear, and I'm sure you know your mom's voice, of course. How's your relationship with your mom first before I play this recording?
Well, if anything, I guess to be more general, I love my mom. But for me, I love all members of my family equally.
Okay. So you don't like have a favorite or anything like that?
I don't have a favorite. I'm not a person of favorites usually.
Okay. When's the last time you spoke to your mom?
Last time I spoke to my mom was, if I can think off the top of my head, is August 14th of this year, I think.
August 14th. Wow. Like, why so long?
Well, let's say after August 14th, I felt pretty weird and kind of like uneasy about actually calling her.
Okay. And I want to ask, are there any other kids besides you that your mom have?
Well, from my mom's side, there was only my older brother Giovanni, but he died in 2018.
Wow. How'd you take that?
Well, at the time, it was pretty hurtful. I mean, back then, I would usually try to act as if everything was fine, so that it's people don't see it. It's wait, what's wrong with him? I was no, I just wanted to get through as much as possible. But inside, knowing that my older brother had died, it's kind of hurtful, especially since he was actually given a bit of a second chance after having to struggle and get money from the methods of the streets in the past.
Okay. So it sounds like you guys live two completely different lifestyles, although you have the same mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to, talk too much about Giovanni, and I'm sure he's watching you, and I'm sure he's very proud of you. Most big brothers would be, when their younger brothers are doing well, So I know I would if, unfortunately that happened, to me. Okay, so I'm going to play a series of 3 videos, okay? And I'm going to put them in the mic so you can hear them, because this is your mom's words.
Are you still okay,
I don't want
babe?
to put words in her mouth.
Okay.
So I want you to hear exactly what your mom has said about you, okay?
All right.
Okay.
2014, when I first left Philadelphia. And the reason why I left Philadelphia was because my son was assaulted by another bully at his school in Northern Liberty.
Oh, pause.
The young man took my son,
Pause.
my autistic son, slammed him again.
Pause. I'm going to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's clear this up right now.
Yes.
Did that happen?
That did most certainly happen.
Can you please tell us what happened to you that day in school at Kearney?
Okay. I'll give you okay. Me in 6th grade, along with the 7th and 8th grade boys, were transitioning from lunch to recess in the new gym that was built in the new wing recently at that time. We were in the middle of the hall, heading towards the hallway near the front of the building where the main entrance is.
Okay.
In that hallway, after we got past the stairs and we got into that hall, I could feel myself being gripped from my back. I didn't know who it was, but...
Like somebody ran up behind you?
Not as if they were running up behind me, but rather as if they were already there, as if they kind of loomed behind me.
Huh. Like pressed up against you?
Somewhat. He was a little bit behind me, but not directly
Okay.
behind me.
So he was on you, but he wasn't on you?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
At that time, I was maybe 5'1", 5'2".
Oh, Jesus, you were such a short little thing.
Yeah, I was short at that time.
Yeah.
Much shorter than I am now.
I know, God.
So anyone taller than me at that point, whether 7th or 8th grade...
You were a little guy.
Yeah. Their arm span could very easily reach me with what little distance we had. Maybe, within 4 feet distance.
I fucking hated that.
Yeah.
I hated that they had bullies at that fucking school. I just hated it.
Yeah. Then that one kid,
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but that kid, he grabbed me by my sides, by my waist, and then he proceeded to thrust themselves waist first into my behind.
So he was humping on your butt.
Yes. One time, he did it once. No one had noticed, except for me and him. Then the second time, then he did it twice. And that's when other people started to notice, mainly anyone around him. And then he did a third time before I lost his grip.
Okay. And you were able to break away?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember who exactly was around me, but I think the two who were around me.
Well, plenty of people were around because the principal called me. And I came and got you.
Yeah.
And I remember that day. I was so fucking pissed off. And I'm like, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We're getting the fuck out of here. We're going south. Because we were talking about moving to Atlanta. But then I was with Stedroy. And he was moving. And we were giving it a shot. And I'm like, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to Shreveport.
Yeah. And I can remember most certainly clearly. Like once I had entered the gym, waiting to play a game of Foursquare.
Yeah.
I felt as if something wrong had just entered my body.
Yeah.
And I felt immediately sick and was on my knees.
Tell me something. What did your dad have to say about this whole situation?
Back then, I didn't hear anything about him at the time, but it wasn't until much later, around while I was in 8th grade, during 2016, I think it was. Like, late in the... I believe during early winter or like March of when I was in 8th grade, before I turned 13, when I mentioned to my father about this, constantly telling him about it.
Honey, Gerald, are you on the page? Get on the page. Start dropping my Cash App in this chat. Fuck this shit. Drop my Cash App off up in this chat. Go ahead, babe.
When I told my father about it, once we were back in the condominium we were in Chicago with Brandy.
Brandy, who was the side chick.
Yes.
From Polo Ralph Lauren, who he wasn't supposed to be sleeping with.
That.
The frat, yeah, okay, yeah.
He had showed me, he went to this folder that had...
If you watch that Surviving Tasha K bullshit, if you paid that bitch on Patreon, least you can do is give me and my child a motherfucking $1 after every fucking thing we done been through, yo. I'm sorry, go ahead, babe. Go ahead, keep telling the story.
He went to this folder filled with plenty of documents, and
against the wall.
after maybe roughly 10 to 20 seconds later.
Somebody said pin Jag's bread too. I don't know how to do it.
He had pulled out this page that had said that the school looked for any footage about this event, and they had quote unquote confirmed that no such thing had happened.
Okay, pause. So basically, even though everything that happened to you happened, you said that your dad went back and got evidence from the school, and the school said nothing ever happened.
Yes.
How did that make you feel?
At the time, I didn't believe it. Even when I saw the page, I told them that no way is that possible. It's like it wasn't even that long ago. It's like maybe it was a year. Someone might have forgotten, sure, but there should be at least some form of evidence inside. Any cameras in the gym, anything in
Baby, I sat down and talked with it. I'm gonna tell you what's really fucking funny. The boy that did it Turned around and did it to 2 more kids. We was supposed to have a meeting with his mother because I was fitting to come into that school and I was fitting to let everybody have it about my motherfucking baby. And then we was going to leave town and move to Shreveport. But the meeting got canceled because he got fucking expelled for humping on another fucking kid.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Okay, let's get back to this.
Yeah. Yep, that was primarily it. And
Let's get back to this.
Jammed his erect penis into my son's back through his clothes. I told his father, Samuel Odom, about it. And instead, he went to the school and told the school, she's going to sue you. She's going to sue you. So you better not make a record of this. Don't make a record of this.
So, is that your mom, Jacqueline Wright, who goes by the name of Jaguar Wright?
That is most certainly her. I recognize her voice clear as day.
Okay. And she was talking about you. She's done a few interviews. She did an interview with me, and she has pretty much labeled you as autistic.
Sam,
And that
somebody
your
asked,
father
are you okay?
gets a check.
doing great right now. Doing
Because
great.
you're autistic, and you were raped by another boy in middle school. Is this true?
To say in simple terms, no. However, I'd like to at least describe what exactly happened there.
Okay.
So, yes, it was in middle school. I was in 6th grade at the time, and in that school, I'm not going to name it by name, even though I recall it perfectly.
Okay.
It's Kearney.
Let's see. To describe the scenery, the boys and the girls had separate lunches and separate recess periods. Whenever the boys were at lunch, the girls were at recess, and then vice versa. All of us boys from 6th to 8th grade were making our way to the recess, which was held in the new gym, which had been built in 2014.
Do you know this, bitch?
While we were in that hall, a boy that was older than me, most likely in
419,000 views on lives.
He essentially played a bit of a joke on me with what we were doing. For clarification, we both had our clothes on.
Okay.
It wasn't essentially rape, it was more essentially a play of a joke.
Oh, pause.
That kind of
Pause and go
suggested
back
the
for a little
moment.
Hold on a second.
Everyone...
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it was in middle school. I was in 6th grade at the time, and in that school, I'm not going to name it by name, even though I recall it perfectly.
Okay.
Let's see. To describe the scenery, the boys and the girls had separate lunches and separate recess periods. Whenever the boys were at lunch, the girls were at recess, and then vice versa. All of us boys from 6th to 8th grade were making our way to the recess, which was held in the new gym, which had been built in 2014.
Okay.
While we were in that hall, a boy that was older than me, most likely in 7th or 8th grade, from what I can tell from that time, he essentially played a bit of a joke on me with what we were doing. For clarification, we both had
Right there.
our clothes.
Pause.
Yes.
It
Okay,
wasn't essentially
all right,
rape,
hold
it was
on,
more
what
essentially
happened?
a play
Okay.
of a joke that was kind
All
of...
right. I know we're watching it, but I don't. What happened?
There was a jump in my position where my head was.
Right.
That was edited. I was going to...
That was edited?
What?
What?
I could tell. My head was center, and then it cut over to here to the right.
Hold on a second. Let me rewind this just a little bit. Wait. So right here?
Yes.
Okay. Show me exact. Here, Gerald.
And she is pretty much
Never mind, I got
labeled
it.
you as autistic.
It is...
And that your father gets a check for you because you're autistic and you were raped by another boy.
I never said you were raped.
Is this true?
Yeah. She extended it too far, which probably just said no.
Okay, show me where it
In
is.
simple terms,
Okay.
no.
He's getting up.
However, I'd like to at least describe what exactly happened there.
Okay.
So
notice
yes,
how
I was in middle school.
smooth
I
here.
Right.
was in 6th grade at the time, and in that
You need
school,
to
I
watch, 'cause
not gonna name
Okay,
it.
I'm watching.
Alright.
Show us where it is, Sam.
Okay.
Hold on.
Let's see.
It's up to when I
To describe the
hall.
scenery,
Watch.
the boys and the girls had separate lunches and separate recess periods. Whenever the boys were at lunch, the girls were at recess, and then vice versa. All of us boys from 6th to 8th grade were making our way to the recess, which was held in the new gym, which had been built in 2014.
Okay.
Pay close attention.
While
Okay.
we were in that hall,
Right here.
a boy that was older than me, most likely in 7th or 8th grade, from what I can tell from that time, he essentially played a bit of a joke on me with what we were doing. For clarification, we both...
God damn it, you fucking got it. What's the timestamp? What's the fucking timestamp? 108:07.
What, roughly 108:07.
Sure fucking enough did.
I was nodding down and I was pulling straight up. And if you were watching clearly, my camera on my computer that I still have.
You fucking
is
caught
still
that shit,
moving.
babe. You fucking caught. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm sitting here in my sick bed. Y'all just seen that shit. My son need a lawyer. I need a lawyer. Everybody need a lawyer. The fuck out of here. Did you see that shit? We never watched this shit before. Neither one of us have ever. You fucking got. See, and this is why I keep
First
telling
time
you,
watching it
you're
and I
a fucking
caught it.
genius. You know that?
Yeah,
You're
it is
fucking. I've been telling you this
literally
forever. He
blink
fucking caught
and you'll
that.
miss it.
108.
108.
07.
They've been editing the whole time.
Start
Even when it's
at the
time.
one.
Yeah, but they fucking that shit.
Yeah.
That shit was a glitch in the fucking matrix
That
kind of
is-
shit.
Yeah, I know.
It is so sinister because if you're not looking at it adamantly, as in looking at my movements, how smooth they are at first, and then you get to like 10, like
Let's not
08, 05
fucking
that
lie.
happened.
Let's not fucking lie. I'm trying to make my son autistic. He is autistic. He has Asperger's autism. I fucking know it. Brilliant as fuck. That shit that he just fucking pulled up just now in front of us. Fucking 500,000 people didn't see this fucking shit. And ain't nobody see that shit but my son.
There's
Ain't that a hoe?
time and place to edit things.
Ain't that a hoe? Do you want to watch the rest of this shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already made another 2 things right now.
Oh my God.
One thing myself, but one thing.
Oh
directly
my
at her.
God.
I want to see. Exactly
I knew
how
it,
much
babe.
else
I know it all along.
Suggested the most.
Put that Cash App up. Put that. I want to see fucking money. Y'all spent money to see this bitch fucking lie on me?
And for a young person as myself, being 11 or 12 years old at the time and having no sexual education whatsoever or knowing what exactly that conveyed, that felt vile to my body. I didn't feel like myself.
Right there.
Hold up. Wait. You take the remote. You take the remote. I gotta hold the camera.
Hold on. 10.
Suggested the motive.
Okay.
Everyone was around, and when some of the people caught wind of it, they started laughing. I didn't see it as a joke, and for a young person as myself, being 11 or 12 years old at the time and having no sexual education whatsoever or knowing what exactly that conveyed, that felt vile to my body. I didn't feel like myself.
Boom. 108:32.
Ain't that a hoe?
Head went from the right back to center. There may be a time and place to edit things, but in this context, you're clipping out some very descriptive stuff that
Uncle Greg is texting. You need to call Uncle Greg. After this, you need to call. Do we need to see any more? Do we really need to see any more? No, we don't need to see no more. Give it to me back.
Fine.
Tired of this shit since you started.
This a fucking, ain't this a bitch?
Once may be a coincidence, but twice is too far.
It's been all.
Ain't this a bitch?
This is trash.
For clarification, this is my first time watching this.
Yeah. Hold on, wait a minute. Tell the people.
This is my first time watching this. Actually watching part of this documentary with my face and my voice in it. And I'm able to distinctly point this out when, from what I hear, no one else has.
Nobody. It's been out for 2 years. It has look at how many views it's on this shit.
Almost 500,000.
Almost 500,000 fucking views. And these niggas ain't nobody. And then my son, I'm telling you, that Rain Man shit. First time. My son is brilliant. They sit there, they try to suppress him. They try to suppress his art. They try to suppress his genius. You know what, y'all? I need to take a break. You got the time? Do we got the timestamps?
Yeah, everybody got
108.05 and 108.31.
God damn it. My cash app is $Jags bread 2. I want $1. I want $1 from every motherfucker that watched that fucking shit. If I had a fucking dollar for every fucking view of this lying ass shit, $419,000, I'd have fucking owned the world by now. Gotta be fucking kidding me. Babe, I'm gonna leave it up. I'm gonna let you close out this live. Is there anything you want to say to the public? Shit, we need a vacation. We need a lawyer. He needs all the technology he can get so he can finish. You should see his motherfucking sketches for his cartoons. They're so fucking brilliant. He got a whole mural in Philadelphia that he wasn't even allowed to finish. Like, so much of his life has been disrupted over this. Excuse me, he's your father. But this fuck ass nigga, this goddamn joy thief, stealing my baby's joy, stealing my joy because he's my joy. What you guys say to the people?
Got two things.
Okay.
First off, to those saying, but he's my father. These are days in which people are enacting things that you would only see in a video game. And I've seen 2 video games. Two of them that are interconnected with each other that has displayed a father that is jealous and resents his son so much that he wanted to assassinate him and prevent him from being coronated a king of a kingdom.
Mm-hmm. They got that in the Bible too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cain killed Abel and shit.
As much as I wish to love my father, since he is my father, I've said it once and many times, and I'll say it again. I can't help but resent what he's been doing, and I can't see him any more than a machine to a company, and only wants to make as much money as he wishes, so that everyone can see him as some big deal.
Do you think he pressed all those charges on me because he wanted me in jail?
Honestly, I think I would. He always said that he was gonna take me away from you, and jail is probably one of the best ways to make that happen. I mean, if he truly was a caring father, you'd think he would have bothered to listen to his son on some things and maybe think, well, is there any way we could maybe work this out? Maybe help you get to a point where you feel better. But no. From 8th grade to 9th grade, I had to deal with the voices of a...
What the hell is going on with my camera? Why are you fuzzy?
Oh, dear. Well, if it's still catching my voice, that's so...
It's still catching your voice, but it's acting a fool.
well, my voice is...
Go
my
ahead.
voice is so bad.
What the hell is going on?
Instead, so I've been forced to deal with...
They fucking watching us, babe. They fucking monitoring us.
They want...
I gotta turn this off. We being watched.